Welcome back. Time now for Behind the Badge. It's a tragedy we tell you about frequently here. Deadly crashes on our valley roads. It seems like there have been more as of late. So we asked Metro Sergeant Miguel Garcia to come join us for this Behind the Badge to talk about the statistics that Metro is seeing. Good morning, Miguel.
Well, good morning, Alyssa. And you said it correctly. It's a tragedy that we see quite often in our streets. And it's something that we are working really hard to try and change. But like we said before, this is something that we can't do by ourselves. We need the help of the community. And we are seeing an increase. I mean, last year we had upwards of about 150 fatals in our streets. That was about a 43% increase from the year before. So it is important for us to address it and try and figure out a way of how we can make the streets safer for the community.
Yeah, the numbers that you gave us, 104 fatal collisions in 2020, 149 in 2021. That is a big jump, and we're already seeing, look at on your screen, 19 so far this year. So how is that this year trending compared to last year?
Well, it's unfortunate. We already had 19 this year, and two of those have been identified as a nexus to DUI. So two of them involve a driving while impaired, and it's unfortunate because we've had a little bit of success with our DUI blitz and our joining forces, the things that we do to try and reduce the number of DUIs out there, because every DUI arrest that we make is possibly a fatal collision that we avoided. And we're trending in a direction that we don't want to be. We want to make sure that we continue to educate the public and we continue to have them understand the importance of not being out there and driving impaired.
Right. Another statistic I want to share that you provided to us was in 2021, of those 149 fatal collisions, 50 of them involved driving while impaired. More than a third of the crashes. That is a big number. I mean, just imagine if you could reduce the number of deadly crashes on the road by a third just by getting rid of those impaired drivers.
Yes, and there are so many options out there. It's just unexcusable for anyone to be out there driving while impaired, whether it's alcohol or some kind of prescription drugs or illegal narcotics. There's ride shares, there's people that you can call. It's just unfortunate that people make that decision of getting behind the wheel when they are impaired.
Right. And looking at the other 2/3 of the crashes, what are the other main factors in deadly crashes?
Well, we have a failure to yield, meaning people are just careless. People are driving down the streets. They're not paying attention to the road. They're not paying attention to the intersections. One of the big ones is failure to yield. And what that means is a lot of the times we have crashes in big intersections when someone is making a left-hand turn, oncoming traffic. Either the person that's making that turn is not paying attention to the traffic, or the oncoming traffic is too busy on their phone or not paying attention to the road in front of them, and they never see the vehicle until they collide.
And what's Metro doing to try and stop this from happening?
Well, we do what traditionally we are with the enforcement of speeding, a lot of safety education that we're trying to push out by every time that we stop a driver for speeding or reckless driving. It's an opportunity for us to educate them and explain to them the reasons why we're doing the speeding enforcement. And citations. I mean, citations is one of the things where if people get hurt in the pocket with a little fine, maybe they start paying more attention to what they're doing out there. But again, it's important for the public to understand that it's the decisions that we are making on the roads that's leading to all these fatal collisions and all these other issues that we're having in traffic. Yeah. Another aspect of this is training for our officers. We want to make sure our new officers in the academy, starting in the academy, are learning the science of how to spot a DUI, how to spot reckless driving, and have them enforce those laws when they're in training and throughout their career. The more enforcement that we do, the more opportunities we have to educate the public.
All right, Miguel, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and hope everybody stays safe out there on the roads.
Thank you.
And if you have a question for Metro, send us an email to behindthebadge@fox5vegas.com.